In this episode, the internet is going through a big shift. A horseless carriage and an EV troll. Welcome to episode 181 of the We Are Auto Show. What's up, Derek?
Mr. Michael Rao, this is the banter show.
Tis.
We like to banter about things.
Yeah,
Now,
what's funny, as a matter of fact, just a couple episodes, we just were randomly bantering, and then we went, oh, wait, that's not recording.
yeah, we probably should just record that. But let's banter about AI and the internet, because things are about to change, my friend.
I don't like AI and the internet. It's becoming self-aware and is going to take over the world. We will be having sex with robots soon.
But you'll like it.
Will I, though? Am I going to like it when a robot inserts itself deep into my rectum?
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I'll like that.
I don't know about that. But let's talk about... I know this is the banter, but let's talk about some news that's happening around it.
Okay.
Because Microsoft has invested $10 billion in ChatGPT. Now, you've used ChatGPT.
I have.
What do you think about it?
It's impressive.
It is impressive.
It's scary, but impressive.
So explain that to somebody who doesn't know what it is.
So ChatGPT is this artificial intelligence that you ask it a question, and it seemingly knows every answer to every question that's ever been asked in the history of the world.
It's a conversational chatbot.
You ask it to explain how Joe Rogan might describe a Porsche 911. And it'll literally do that as if Joe Rogan said it.
Right. And the impressive thing is it takes context from past parts of the conversation and keeps that in mind as it's going through your conversation.
It just keeps growing and growing and growing and growing. Every answer gives it more possible answers to more possible answers.
Now, ChatGPT was trained on data from, I think, 2019 or 2020 in previous. It is not up to now, so it doesn't know about modern events that are going on. There's also a big limitation in it that you cannot search the web with it. It won't go searching the internet for stuff.
So it'll do things, but it won't search things.
Right. Now, Microsoft just put $10 billion in this.
So that's a lot of money. So hold on, let me look this up. So let me actually write 1 0 0 0. So there's 1,000, 100,000, 1,000,000, 10 million, 100 million. So your iPhone won't let you go more than 100 million. So it's more than that amount of zeros. That's a ridiculous amount of zeros.
It's a significant amount of money, but when you look at what the valuation of like Google is, where it's over $1 trillion, it's not that much money. It's not that much money.
But hold on though. When we start talking about that much money, it's just play. It's not like it's so much money that it's
I agree.
For a regular human being, it is so totally unfathomable. Like most humans are like, $1 million. I could see that. I could see buying a house for $650, living in it, selling it at $980, and maybe I make a couple investments. There's $1 million. But most human beings can't conceptualize what $10 billion is like.
I agree. In the tech scheme of things, it's not that much money. It's a lot of money, but it's not a ton. So they bought a percent stake. I think it was 49% in ChatGPT.
So they're not
majority, but close, right? And what this allows them to do is integrate this technology into their search engine. Now, when I talk about search engines, who do you think?
Google. Or DuckDuckGo if you don't like how much Google knows about your scrotum.
If you want to go down the privacy, you can totally do DuckDuckGo. That's fine. Now, they're not going to have as good as results as Google, but that's okay because you're getting your privacy. What about if I told you there was one by Microsoft? It's called Bing.
Oh, I remember Bing from like 10 years ago. 15 years ago, Bing was a thing. I remember, didn't Bing do a thing where like they would send you like gift cards just to use their search engine at one point?
Probably like Microsoft, yeah.
I think that was a thing. Like you got like Microsoft credits for using Bing versus Google for things.
Now, Bing might be about to take Google down.
It's funny you say that because Bing died. I mean, it didn't die, but Bing's
not good. It's not good as a search engine. I'll tell you that.
I tried using it. When did Bing? Okay, now I have to Google this. When was Microsoft Bing created? And it was created in 2009. Okay. I remember using Bing in 2009 when, what did they do? Microsoft, what was it? The Zune was their iPod equivalent?
Yeah, I think so.
And I remember there was like this, were you Apple and Google? Or were you Microsoft and Zune?
Right. Microsoft's always been known for their Windows stuff. But them buying this chatbot has been interesting. There are beta releases of the Bing search as a conversational AI chatbot, and it is scary good.
It is actually scary. Not necessarily scary. I mean, it's good, yes, in terms of the quality of content, but properly scary.
So I showed you a video before we got on here of it was the WAN show, which is Linus, the big tech guy. Search LTT if you want to check this out. But on his show, he got early access into this beta, and they searched like how many backpacks can fit in a Tesla Model Y or something similar to that.
Yep.
And it was of their specific brand of backpack too. So what the chatbot did was it went to their website, it searched to figure out what the dimensions of their backpack are. This is their specific branded backpack. Then it went and looked at images, videos, articles to try to figure out what the dimensions of the back of the trunk of a Tesla Model Y is, and then told it in an explanation, there are some weird curves that we can tell in the back of the Model Y. Based on your website, here are the dimensions of the backpack. Based on those dimensions, we think it's about the size of a normal carry-on luggage. Based on some more research, we figure you could fit X number of luggage in the Model Y. That's your answer. Now, that thought process to get there is hard to do.
It's very human thought process.
A human would take a while to figure out that question.
Like, a human goes through, okay, you want to figure out how many bags fit in the trunk of a Tesla. So, first things first, you got to figure out the size of the bag, and you got to figure out the size of the trunk. And then the AI took that a step further and went, well, yeah, but the trunk has curves.
Mm-hmm.
But hold on, because your bags might smush.
Right.
And if it smushes in weird ways, and are you orienting them vertically or horizontally? Are you stacking them or putting them one on top of each other? Are you... And it worked. You could see it, showing its work of okay, if this then that, if this then that, if this then that, and oh my god, here's your answer, and it's ridiculously accurate.
Yeah, it was kind of scary. It was also cool that it showed its work. It showed links as to where it was getting its information from. Mm-hmm. Now, the big thing that I want to talk about here is not that the crazy chatbot can do this, which is awesome. It's that the internet is going to fundamentally change if this gets released and is implemented the way it is now.
You say if. Is there a chance that it doesn't?
It will get released. We'll see how many people utilize it to its maximum potential.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
I've got to go find my tinfoil hat. Okay.
Okay.
Are humans now irrelevant?
No, not
sure?
at all. No.
Are we going to become irrelevant?
No.
You had to think about that.
Okay. Jobs will go away, no doubt. But jobs have been going away to technology since the dawn of time. Okay?
Well, it's true.
Yes. The printing press put out a lot of writers. It made them all irrelevant. A whole bunch of tech has come out that has put jobs under.
Yes, but the human species is now at risk.
No, it's not.
We must procreate faster than robots.
You're just being the guy that says that.
I am the guy that says that because I am genuinely worried.
I'm not worried about it because I understand how they're implemented from a technology perspective, and all this is doing is trying to guess the next word in the sentence based on previous words. That's it. That's all this thing does. But with enough data, it makes meaningful ideas and actually puts out useful work. Now, hear me out. Here's why the internet is going to change, okay? When I go on the chatbot and I search for something, say my car breaks down, I hear a rattle in the front left of my suspension, right? I go on there and I ask it, hey, I have this model car with this year, and I ask it, front left suspension rattle. And it goes, okay, have you been hearing this for X number of days? How long has it been happening? When does it happen? If you turn right, does it happen? If you turn left, does it happen? Right? I can give it context, and it can use that context later in the conversation to narrow down my problem. Super useful tool. That's what a mechanic is going to do. When you go to the mechanic, he's going to ask those questions, right? So, super cool. The interesting thing, where did it get those sources to figure out the problem? It went and searched the web, right?
All of the web.
How do people make money on the web?
They sell things.
What do they sell? What
Products
do you see
and information.
on the right side of this article that I have up right now, right above our heads?
Yeah, ads. Yeah.
Ads run the internet.
Well, correct. Marketing. Yes.
If a chatbot can go into this article and figure out the relevant information that I need to know, no ad gets loaded. If no ad gets loaded, no one makes money. If no one makes money, no one makes the articles about the things that you need to know. If no one makes the articles, what's the point of having the chatbot?
I didn't see that perspective.
There's a fundamental shift that is about to have to change on the internet.
I didn't think so. You took that from I really appreciate that perspective, Derek, because I wouldn't have gone that deep with it.
There needs to be a way that this will be trained on the data, but there needs to be a monetization factor for the data that it's being trained on. It's a very powerful, useful tool. It will be very useful for the majority of the public. But you know who is the biggest search engine right now that makes the most money off of search?
Google.
Google is in shambles right now. They are freaking out at Google right now because they see this tech making it so that I don't have to Google search things anymore. And then you have the people, the publishers of the articles that see this tech going, oh God, no one's going to click on my links because this conversational chatbot will take context for previous parts of the conversation and narrow down what they need to know from my published content.
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
I get that.
It's fascinating. It's one of those big moments.
Yeah. That is, I didn't think of it from that perspective.
Mm-hmm.
So how does that help us with cars, other than the fact that you can figure out what's wrong with your car?
It can help in any meaningful way you can converse with it about a car.
Interesting.
What are some better options for my Maserati that's way too expensive? Oh, let me go search some articles or search this YouTube video of these two doofuses bantering back and forth and take the transcription from that and lay it out.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it's kind of wild, but it's going to be neat to watch. And I'll tell you, I'll try to get into the beta of this, but I'll let you know when it's live and you can play around with it.
I will. So, shall we move on from artificial intelligence?
Sure.
So, I spotted some things when I was out and about. Did you?
I did indeed spot some stuff. I spotted something that was very odd.
Odd?
I spotted a
You
Lucid
spotted
Air.
the Mitsubishi Delica.
That was awesome. No, I spotted a Lucid Air. Not the first time I've seen a Lucid Air. How many of these have you seen around town?
Quite a few.
Yeah, I've seen 5+ Lucid Airs. No problem.
Yeah.
This one was parked at a fueling station.
God damn it. I hate that so much. That is... You remember the old segment we used to do, Grinds My Gears?
Uh-huh.
God damn it. That is such a Grinds My Gears. Are you just stupid? You have an electric vehicle. Get the hell out of the gas pump. God, that pisses me off so much.
It was parked at the gas pump.
At the actual pump.
At the actual
Were
pump.
they looking around where does the nozzle go?
I was driving past. I couldn't see, but it wasn't a very busy gas station. I'll give them that.
I don't care.
But they were still at the gas pump. And I was like...
You know what's even worse? I bet
What?
you it was a diesel pump, too.
It could have been.
It was. They were probably also blocking a diesel pump.
So you know how the truck boys will go block all the Tesla superchargers or the EV chargers?
Yep.
Is this like retribution from the EV guys?
I think they just aren't smart enough to realize what they've done.
You think so?
I think they're so... let me put it this way. They're so computer smart that they're not street smart enough to know that that's a faux pas.
You might be right.
You know how someone that's really, really, really brainy doesn't get hold the door open for someone. They just like, I am an human. I walk through things. Oh, there's someone behind me? Okay. I think this is just, it could literally be someone that's so techie and smart that they don't realize the giant, huge, colossal faux pas that they just did.
It could be. It's not the first time I've ever seen an EV at a gas pump, which still just boggles my mind.
It grinds my gears so much.
I don't understand why you would ever do it, because there's no meaningful reason to.
No.
Wait.
No.
To fill up the lawnmower's engine,
God
the
damn
little
it.
gas can for the lawnmower. I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Actually, it's funny. I was scrolling through Facebook, and there was an F-150 Lightning EV that was broken down on the side of the road, and it was getting juice from a gasoline generator.
Let's go. Always have the Tesla meme of it towing the diesel generator plugged in.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. It was weird. It was very odd. I hope they have a meaningful reason, but yeah, I saw a Lucid, which is a super cool EV. Has great range. It's like very powerful, very fast.
It's like one of the biggest faux pas that you can make if you drive an electric vehicle.
Just, I don't know. I'm telling you, it's sweet retribution for all the diesel boys parking at the Tesla supercharger.
Jesus Christ.
The weird part is no one was at the gas station. They were the only ones. It's so weird.
They had to keep that gas station business somehow.
I guess. Anyway, what did you see?
I did see a couple things. One, I saw a really ridiculous SUV. I saw a big white SUV. I saw a Bentley. It was a Bentley Bentayga. It was not just a regular Bentayga. It was a Mansory wide body Bentayga.
What is that?
So Mansory makes... how do I put this nicely? Mansory is the wealthy person's favorite way to ruin a car. Because god damn it, can Mansory really ruin a car for a whole shit ton of money.
So it's a wide body kit on a wide SUV.
Yes.
Oh boy. Okay.
Mansory makes wide body kits for like Bentley Bentaygas, Bentley Continentals, Rolls Royces. There's a wide body Rolls Royce Cullinan.
What?
For what? There's like a Mansory wide body Lamborghini Urus. It's
Weird.
like the wealthy person's favorite way to ruin the look of a car with the most amount of money.
What's like the supercar wide body kit that everybody gets?
Novatech. And some of those are okay. Some of them. Some.
Yeah.
Not all, but some. But Mansory, I don't like anything that Mansory makes. Let me actually quickly look for a picture of a Mansory Urus, because now I feel like I just have to show you how ridiculous they look.
So are these guys the Novatech of the luxury market?
No. Okay, here you go.
Oh boy.
Let me give you a link for a Mansory wide body Urus. This is like, I think Mansory's actual press photo.
Okay.
It's ridiculous. So what I saw was the Mansory wide body Bentayga. This is a Urus. Look at the...
It's a hot mess.
It is so bad. It's so bad.
It would look...
Do you know how much that kit is? Just the kit, not the car. Just the kit.
Okay, assuming you've bought the car. Which
You've already have the car.
The kit?
For all the extra fins and the really ugly snout. Looks like Alien vs. Predator.
$20,000.
$71,000.
What?
And I think that
What?
does not include the carbon fiber wheels.
What? $70K to put that on your car? Oh my god! What the heck? We're in the wrong business. What are we doing?
It's just the most ridiculous thing in the world. So I saw a Mansory wide body Bentayga, and I just seeing it in person made me go, "Why?
What is the point?
What? Why? Why?"
So
you took a Bentayga, which is a lovely SUV. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It looks luxurious and comfortable. It's fantastic. And then you slap a wide body kit on it because it's an aggressive, fast and the furious race car.
I mean, it does have a GT3 car, right? The Continental.
It's a GT3 boat.
It is a boat, yeah.
It is a GT3 boat. This would be a GT3 carrier ship. So the Bentayga I saw was the Bentayga Speed, which is one of their high trims.
Okay.
Because if you're putting a Mansory wide body kit on a luxurious car, are you going to put it in a base model car?
No.
No, of course not.
No,
You're going to get the most expensive one and then get the most expensive wide body for it. Because why wouldn't you?
So I guess the appeal here is what? Customization?
Yes. So the Bentayga Speed starts at a little over $250,000.
Jeez.
The Mansory wide body kit starts at $50,000.
This is $300K worth of car.
It's a goddamn $300,000 Bentayga that looks like it was designed by a 12-year-old. I am shitting. I realize I shit on a lot of things, but Mansory is the wealthy person's favorite way to ruin the look of a car with a lot of money.
I guess it's very opinionated. I guess you buy this because you want it to not look like everyone else's Bentayga, right? You want it to stand out when you're in the
Why do you buy a Bentayga?
Because
you
have
buy a Bentayga so that you can put a wide body kit on it and lower it and put it on like 23-inch rims?
I cannot imagine that most Bentley owners want to do that.
You buy a Bentayga because your wife wants a Bentley because it's comfortable and luxurious and she can slightly stand out in the school pickup line.
Right.
You don't buy a Bentayga to put a wide body kit on it and lower it.
Yeah, I don't know. This one's odd. This one's real odd.
As soon as I saw it, I was like, that's not a regular Bentayga. Oh, Jesus Christ, what's it doing? And then, in true fashion, it went sweeping 3 lanes right across in front of me, no signal, and then stood on the brakes to make an abrupt right turn right in front of me.
Perfect.
Yeah, we were all going down the road, 45 miles an hour. He went screaming from the left lane all the way across 3 lanes of traffic and took the immediate right in front of me as he's standing on the brakes.
As every Bentayga with the wide body kit should. You want to stand out, right? That's the goal here. So just stand out as a terrible driver. Yeah.
So that was one of my spots. But my spot of the week goes to something much older than that.
What might that be?
It goes to a Ford Model A.
Ooh.
Now, we had to use Google Lens to figure this out because I don't know much about horseless carriages.
Yeah, this is that, isn't it?
Because I don't know if you could even describe this as a car. It is a horseless carriage, as the state of Florida has so described it.
Is that what they really say it is?
Yeah. On the license plate, if you can zoom in, it says horseless carriage.
Oh, you're right. I think it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, horseless carriage. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I saw this exact Ford Model A, and I didn't know what a Model A was, but the Model A is the successor to the Model T. And a little bit about its engine. It is a water-cooled L-head inline 4. That's 3.3 liters. Pretty big.
Yeah.
Well, I guess not big, but not small. That provided... Are you ready for this? 40 horsepower.
Oh, really? 40? You know?
For 19... What year?
1927 to 31.
That's for a 1927 car, that's quite a lot.
It's actually pretty good.
Top speed, 65 miles an hour.
There's no way.
Which I'm going to tell you right now, you could not pay me to do 65 miles an hour in this thing.
There's no way.
That would be the most frightening thing in the goddamn world.
That'd be terrifying.
With those tires, you would rattle to death like a space shuttle returning to entry. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
You just fall apart.
Dang, that is crazy.
What a thing.
Wow. Apparently they sold 3 million Model A's.
Holy shit.
Oh,
and
goodness.
I did get a quick price for the Model A back in the day. The Model A, you could have bought this new starting at $385.
You can't even buy 2 tires for $300.
Nope.
Nowadays.
Your top spec was $1,400.
Wow.
Let me actually see. So how much did I 300 and how much?
385.
So $385 in 1927 today is only $6,400 today. So with inflation, all that,
It's still relatively cheap.
that's still ridiculously cheap.
Yeah.
You're not buying any car new for $6,400.
No, not even close. Wow, that's cool. I'd love to drive one of those.
I would too, because I don't think you got a standard gear shift. You have like,
No.
I think with those like old cars, those like antiques, those horseless carriages, I think you have like a sequence of like 3 or 4 pedals and like 5 levers just to change a gear.
I think you're right. And I bet you that those were probably one of the crank start as well.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think you can see the crank start in the grill.
Right. That'd be super cool.
And I think those are known for breaking wrists.
Yep.
Because you have to crank it with 100% force.
With as much human power as you can put in to get your 40 horsepowers out.
Yeah. So I'm calling the Ford Model A as my spot of the week.
That's a neat one.
Yeah, it's really neat. So that's my spot of the week. Let's move on to the I Wish They Would'ves.
All right.
Mr.
You have
Derek, do you... Oh, I'll ask you first.
Okay.
Do you have an I Wish They Would've?
I do. So I wish that all of the conversational AI, shall we put it, I won't name names because I won't want to send off anybody's AI that's out and about listening to whatever we're saying. I wish that the Googles, the Microsofts, the Amazons, the Apples, all of their respective conversational AI that you can pull up on your phone with your voice
Would stop listening to us?
would stop listening and was actually good. So I wish that those would be good in a car. I could see if you implemented the chatbot that we were talking about, GPT chat, if I said like, hey, here are my directions, or if we could figure out my directions based on my navigation, and I asked it like, is there any construction coming up ahead? Am I taking a right or a left in 4 or 5 corners? And like, you could ask it actually fluid things and have a fluid conversation with it, as opposed to the way they work now, where they're very like...
But what if it's construction that it doesn't know about? Like, what if the speed limit goes from 50 to 40 because of construction, which is new?
It can't know about that. That's fine. But it'll do its best to figure it out. It can search the internet for it, I guess, right?
Yeah, I guess.
As long as somebody posts it up on some Waze API that, in theory, there's construction there, then, yeah, it could pick it up in theory. I don't know. I feel like there are ways to make those conversational AIs much, much better than they are right now. Because right now, they're kind of bad. They're kind of really bad.
Like the ones with your car, especially?
Yeah. The ones
Like-
built into the car, they're bad.
Call Derek Schmidt.
Oh.
Did you say text dad? Did you
They're
say
awful.
play Radio 3?
Yeah. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about.
Those are always bad.
They are terrible. I don't know. I feel like adding conversation and context from previous parts of the conversation would make that much, much better.
I think it could. I don't like them, but I think it could.
Yeah, I agree. Do you have, and I wish they would have.
I do. It's kind of silly, as mine usually are. I wish that car dealerships would have a skid pad. You don't need a lot of real estate for a skid pad.
I would argue that they do when the lot's empty.
No, I'm saying they have it, but they don't need a lot more.
What do you mean?
They don't need more ground, more land. Like it does. It's not as big as a racetrack, right?
No, not nearly. It's just usually a square pad of concrete that's
That's what I'm saying.
yay big.
Yeah.
Big enough to do donuts and whatever you want.
Precisely.
Right. Slide the car around.
Or I wish they would take a part of their dealer parking lot and turn it into a skid pad sort of thing.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like currently, if you go to a dealership parking lot, they have spaced the cars around the very edge, right, to make it look like the lot is full, in quotes.
And then as soon as you get past the edge, you see a total of 6 cars.
In the middle, there's barely any, right?
Yes.
So if they conglomerated all the inventory to one side and got rid of the curbs, you could have a drift competition. No problem.
Talk about bringing people in. I am a marketing god.
Oh, yes, you are. Mind removing the curbs and the grates and whatnot. Don't worry about that. But
No factor.
you just slide it around all day.
Yeah.
I do like the idea of teaching people how to slide the car at the dealer. Will it ever happen? No.
Never, ever. Never, ever in a million years, ever. But it'd be cool.
Unless you're at, like, the Porsche driving facility up in Atlanta or the BMW driving facilities. Those are a bit different.
Those are a bit different.
Right.
Yes.
But normal dealer, no way.
Agree. So that's my I wish that would have. Do you have anything else for episode 181, Derek?
I do not.
It's going to wrap us up then. Thanks so much for watching and listening. If you are watching on YouTube, please leave a thumbs up and drop a comment. Let us know what you think about this whole conversational AI in car business. See what you think. And if you're listening on audio, send us your thoughts via social. Facebook is We Are Auto. Instagram is We Are Auto _. YouTube is We Are Auto. And our website is weareauto.io. So thanks again. Catch you guys in the next one.
Peace.